be done enough?
I'm Dr. Jo Barnes. I'm an epidemiologist and a senior lecturer, now semi-retired, from the Department of Global Health at the University of Stellenbosch. In the beginning, when we had just become aware of the disease, then there were very, very few people tested. And from there onwards, slowly, as the disease spread, this is a resource-constrained country. So I'm wanting to warn about the data at this point in the outbreak, that the clinical needs for testing people are in direct contrast to your needs to analyze the data and where it's going. Right at this point, we have a dearth of test kits and test capacity, and that has always existed and will exist for quite some time, because we do not actually have hundreds of thousands of test kits available, and nor do we have the capacity to analyze that or to get an answer. Just to give you an example, the young woman from Khayelitsha that is recently tested positive had her test done on the 18th of March, and the result came out on the 28th, which is 10 days later. So you can imagine how many people she came into contact with over those 10 days, while nobody knew whether she had it or not. They come into contact with a large number of people that when they are seriously ill, they can't even remember who they actually even saw. So contact tracing becomes very difficult under those circumstances. My take-home message is, please do not think that these figures are a true reflection of what is really lurking, because the lightly affected and the asymptomatic people are not even on your graph at all, because the lightly affected were not selected to be tested. So we may have the tip of an iceberg sitting on a very large iceberg under the surface. In fact, highly probable. And so please do not take this as, oh, this is not really a big problem. And I can only reiterate the other point I wanted to make, and that is listening to the requirements and the rules save lives. But it is going to get worse. It is going to spread. There's no doubt about that. And there are going to be casualties. What we are trying to do, or what they are trying, I'm not in the government, what they're trying to do is to keep this as low and as slow as possible. But I have, in a long term, as an epidemiologist, also a prediction for you to say that I don't think the world will ever be the same again after this. This virus, it may mutate into a lighter form, and I don't know, but this virus is going to be added to the pool of seasonal flu viruses. It's not going to go away. Hopefully after a while its effect will water down and there will be some form of immunity. At the moment we know so little of it that we don't actually know whether the immunity is going to be lifelong. There are doubts that it may be, but even if you buy a number of years, it will bring this under control to the point where we can, while we are working on a vaccine. The final gold star answer would be, if we could develop a vaccine for it, then we will get this completely under control, but we need to buy the time.